Okay, welcome, Whitney. We have Whitney White with us today. She's the marketing manager at QOLSYS. And I'm going to turn everything over to Mike Hutcher right now. He is our VP of the Northern Region, and he is our MC today.
Well, thank you, Kim. Thank you. Appreciate you organizing today's webinar. And again, we want to welcome everybody for participating in these monthly webinars. We really appreciate it. We've gotten some great feedback that the dealer base finds it very informative and very beneficial. So we're going to keep doing them, and all your feedback is taken into account, and we really appreciate it. So please keep that coming as well. Again, my name is Mike Hutcher. I'm the Vice President of the Northern Region for DynaWeb. My function is to be out there talking with you guys and showing you how DynaWeb can be a good fit for your company and how we can help you grow. We're very pleased today to have Whitney White with us. Whitney is part of the QOLSYS Johnson Control company. Things have been going extremely well. We've been part of the QOLSYS family for several years now. Actually, we got involved right from the beginning, and we've seen their company grow, their product get better and stronger, and we're really pleased to have Whitney here today to update us on the QOLSYS 2 Plus panel, and the new capabilities are always upgrading the software and the firmware, and that's one of the major benefits with this panel. It can do so much, and it just is almost future-proof. They just keep making it better. So with that said, Whitney, welcome, and please give a little background on you, and I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Take that as a no. Let's see. Can everyone hear me? I can't tell. Sorry, I'm not familiar with WebEx.
Yes, I can hear you. Everybody else?
Okay. Sorry, I had a hard time logging on this morning, so I'm like a little flustered. But can you see my screen okay?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. I am so sorry about that. It's technology. I feel like when I need it, I have a hard time with it. It's a me issue. So sorry. My name is Whitney White. I work with QOLSYS. I've been with the company for almost 4 years now, and I come from a top 100 SDM ranked dealer, and so I'm very familiar with the dealer world as well. And there I did everything from customer service, technical support, well, very limited technical support, lots of retention, and lots of account onboarding. And here at QOLSYS, I work a lot with Jeremy McLaren, our Director of Marketing, and so I do a lot of presentations like this, working with distribution and dealers. And I also work with builders. So you name it, and I kind of do it. I do a lot of print work, a lot of email campaigns, and it's been kind of a wild ride. So we're excited to be here. I want to thank DynaWeb for giving us the opportunity to present as well. So we'll jump right in. If there's any questions, I don't see how I can see questions, but I'm sure we will get to them.
Well, we can definitely have questions at the end of your presentation, because right now everybody is muted, so they won't be able to ask questions through the presentation. But afterwards, we'll definitely open it up.
Perfect. Okay, that sounds marvelous. So let's jump right on into the IQ panel in QOLSYS. And let me see if I can control my PowerPoint. Here we go. So first, we like to start talking about the state of the market. And regardless of what security and smart home devices that dealers are selling today, there's a reality that we kind of have to acknowledge. And it's most people that have a security system want something, well, they have something that looks like the upper left-hand corner there, something that's rubber button keypad, still connecting to landline or soon to be obsolete 3G, and none of them have any kind of encryption that protect their signals or anything like that. And it's really opened up the market for opportunists looking to capitalize on the security industry's inability to upgrade customers to something more current. So we have new entrants like Nest, Ring, Simply Safe. They've all launched their own line of, quote, security products, right? and with price structures that appeal to people today. And dealers always are asking us, how do I compete with this? How do we compete with the Rings, the Nests, the Simply Safe? And we always like to respond by consumers aren't looking for calculators with rubber button keypads. They're wanting modern technology and they want those features. And then you have the tech industry, which is there on the right, and they're loading today's consumers with touch screens and wearables and voice control and all this really cool future forward-facing technology, right? We're on an Internet of Things rocket ship, and the security and smart home dealer is perfectly poised to provide that smart and secure solution that meets and exceeds consumer expectations. We're already in the home. We've already we have certified trained technicians who can install, configure, and support the Internet of Things. We just need to give our dealers the right tools, and that's where QOLSYS comes in. So everyone has a smartphone, right? And the smartphone that's in your pocket, and that's the standard we need to measure our technology. Any new technology we interact with is compared to your smartphone. So when you walk into Best Buy or something like that, and you see a new product, what are you looking for? What does it feel like? And it's not just the way it looks, right? The plastic, the glass. It's the user interface. Is it app-based? Is it intuitive? If it answers any of those things as no, consumers will instantly regard this as older technology and it doesn't belong on our offering line. So if what you have in your pocket can't compete with what we're putting on the wall, then we have a problem, right? And while our competition keeps adding to their plastic boxes and attempting to keep them relevant, we're doing the opposite. QOLSYS, we started with a tablet and added security and smart home technology to it. So think of things that your smartphone already has: LTE, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, access points, operating system, touchscreen, quad-core processor, lithium batteries, microphones, speakers. All of these are included in every IQ panel, and we add additional things to make it a security panel, like proprietary radios and sirens. So can a smartphone or tablet be used as a security system? Of course not. It's mobile. You need something installed in the home that stays in the home, and tablets just aren't really made for that, right? People take them on the go and things like that. There are special radios you need to communicate with security and life safety devices, smart home devices, and cameras. So within our panel, we put PowerG, which is a huge bonus. It supports the PowerG security and life safety devices with two-way encryption and 4 times the range of legacy wireless technology. So PowerG is a huge bonus here. Legacy SRS. So this connects to all of your security and life safety devices. So anything under the sun we can support. And it has Z-Wave Plus, and that technology can connect up to 80 lights, 20 locks, 10 thermostats, 6 garage doors, and 21 other devices. So we've got a huge opportunity using the IQ panel. So when we bring all these radios together and technologies together, you get 7 different wireless radios working in sync with just the IQ panel. So you're not really going to find that anywhere else. That's all in one, all connected, the whole 9 yards. And just take a minute and appreciate the magnitude of this feat, right? 7 wireless protocols, each with their own antenna, all packed into a tablet, and it's less than an inch thick. So we worked really hard to design something that is super beautiful and easy to use, but has the beef behind it. And we couldn't do it, and we couldn't build this kind of platform on our own. We knew we had to partner up with top companies in their space. So we partnered with Foxconn, and they are probably the biggest manufacturer of consumer electronics that you've never heard of. So they make things that are Apple-based, Cisco, Xbox, PlayStations, and all that. So our panel's coming from the same factory as those products. So that's kind of a cool, sorry, I didn't mean to go forward there. Kind of a cool thought. Qualcomm, they are the company that actually invented LTE, and they make chipsets for your smartphones and your tablets. And then Android, I think everybody knows about Android. It's a software platform developed by Google, and we customized it. QOLSYS customized it, and using Android, it allows us to be nimble, leverage the power of development work from Google, and they have programmers from all over. So we're kind of getting the best of the best there. And then, of course, Alarm.com, they are the nation's premier interactive service provider, and LTE providers like Verizon, or AT&T, and TELUS. And then, of course, there's Johnson Controls. We always get questions about our relationship with JCI. And what happened there was JCI invested in QOLSYS early on, and they kind of they gave us our access to the best sales team in the industry, so we can use their sales team. And they provide PowerG, the best wireless security sensor technology in the world. So we have some really powerful partners there. And we have a good working relationship with all of them. And because of that, we're able to create the really powerful, great IQ panel. So here's a short video.
You're going to love using the IQ panel, and here's a few reasons why. The IQ panel is a 7-inch touchscreen with a built-in camera, ultra thin, and it can be mounted on the wall, but it also includes a table stand. Inside the panel, there's a lithium-ion battery, siren, and Qualcomm Snapdragon. The Qualcomm Snapdragon is an entire system on a single chip. On top of this platform, we've added 3 daughter cards. One for Z-Wave Plus, one for PowerG, the latest encrypted sensor technology with 4 times the range compared to standard wireless security systems, and one for your legacy wireless security technology. The IQ panel includes Bluetooth touchless disarming, which allows you to pair up to 5 smartphones with your system. And when you arm your system to a weight, the system disarms automatically when you get back. You can also get disarm photos sent to your phone or smartwatch. The IQ panel uses the latest in LTE and Wi-Fi dual path connectivity to keep your system running fast, constantly connected, and up to date with the latest software upgrades. The IQ panel also includes Live View with Live Answer, the ability to view your Alarm.com video cameras on screen, and even answer your Skybell video doorbell right from the panel.
There's kind of a summary of the IQ panel. And here, sorry, I didn't mean to play it again. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about that really sets the IQ panel apart is how it looks. And looks totally matter. If you look at your phone, it's not a flip phone. It's not a rubber button phone. We don't still use flip phones because of what we can do with a smartphone, but it's also part of how it looks. It doesn't compare to the technology today. So whether you choose to mount your IQ panel on the wall or with the included table stand, it's still going to look fantastic. Looks are more than just the plastic and glass, of course, right? We've talked about that a little bit earlier. It's the way we interact with our technology. So when we built the IQ panel, we wanted it to be all touch and all swipe-based. So it feels really similar to what people are using every day with their phone. And controls like brightness and volume, they're easy to find, and they're not in your face or anything like that. And as you add new device categories, you'll get new pages. So when you take the IQ panel out of the box, you're going to have the security page, the disarm photo page, and the system health page. But as soon as you add your first light, you'll get a lights page. And then you add a lock, you get a locks page. And if you add 2 locks, you just scroll vertically to access each one. So it's super similar to other app experiences that you have on your phone and things like that. And then we will also tie in multiple protocols into a seamless experience, right? We didn't want the user to need to know which devices are using PowerG, which are Z-Wave, which are Wi-Fi. We wanted to present it to them beautifully so they can do whatever it is they need to do. They don't need to know all those ins and outs. And we have one platform for every solution, right? So you want to talk residential, MDU, builder, wellness, utility, business, all of that. A hardwire takeover, we can do it with just the IQ panel. It can do it all. It doesn't matter. And it's what the beautiful thing about that for a dealer is really their technicians go from needing to know all of the protocols for all these obsolete panels, right? The really old Simons, really old, just things that have been around forever, and it's a different protocol for each one. But now they only need to know a single protocol, and it fits every single solution using the IQ panel. which is pretty awesome. So first we're going to talk about residential installs and why the IQ panel works so well for that. The first feature we want to talk about here is Bluetooth touchless disarming. Personally, this is my favorite feature. QOLSYS was the first one to create Bluetooth touchless disarming, so that's something we're kind of proud of. And we're still the only one to have it working well, working perfectly, right? The concept is this. So you can pair up to 5 smartphones with your panel, and when one of those smartphones get in range, the system deactivates completely hands-free. And dealers tell us that this feature alone closes more sales than free key fobs ever did. And you're saving the cost, right? So every panel comes with Bluetooth touchless disarming, and you can pair up to 5 phones. That's the equivalent of 5 key fobs, but the dealer doesn't have to actually give away those key fobs because it comes built in. Some dealers even report that their sales have risen as much as 20% when using Bluetooth touchless disarming. And they also tell us that it increases attach rates of additional devices. So customers naturally ask, can it unlock my door? Can it open my garage, turn on my lights? And the reply is always yes, if you have our smart home or smart devices, right? So it's a natural flow into that conversation of additional devices. And then you can use geo services to remind you to arm the system when you leave, and when you come home, Bluetooth touchless disarming will take effect when the Bluetooth connection instantly disarms the system, and you don't have to touch your phone at all. You don't have to use the app. You don't have to use the panel. So you increase usage because consumers love the hands-free experience. So that's why I like it. I have 2 kids. I have groceries when I come home from work. It is chaos. And so I don't want to have to think about one more thing. I've got 2 dogs running under my feet. So this feature personally is one of my favorites. And we hear at ISC, we hear dealers who tell us that they're using their system more by using it less, which is kind of a cool concept, especially in smart home, because that's kind of the theme of smart home, right? I use my stuff by using it less. I don't have to do anything when I set it up. So that's Bluetooth touchless disarming. The next one is Live Answer. I probably use this feature most when I'm at work. I work away from my home, and Live Answer is the panel's ability to answer video doorbell from the panel screen. So I'm able to view who's at my door when someone rings the doorbell, and or the camera detects motion. I personally don't have motion detect set up on my SkyBell because I have lots of kids that walk by my house, and I don't want to see every single one of them. And the alerts, I didn't want all the alerts. So you can answer from your phone or from the panel screen. I usually answer from my phone when I'm at work, and I want to know who's there, and I can talk to them and things like that. It's great for kids when they're home alone, especially with school coming back into season, and guests watching the house, or when your phone is just on the charger in the other room. So when I'm cooking, my panel's in my kitchen, so when someone rings the doorbell, I just walk over, see who's there. If I know who it is, I'll send my kids to the door. If I don't, I'll go myself. So I like live view. More than that, the panel's built-in camera will capture disarm photos and send them to your phone. So that panel camera comes with every panel, right, built in. It's 5 megapixels, and it captures photos during disarm, so you know when your kids get home from school that they're okay, they don't have a black eye, they didn't bring their friends over or anything like that. And disarm photos can actually be captured after Bluetooth disarm or a mobile app disarm also. And that panel camera can also act as a built-in motion detector. So the first motion seen after a remote disarm will capture a photo and it will send it to you. So you're not going to lose out on that feature if you're using Bluetooth touchless disarming. So that's pretty nice. The photos are saved on the panel and in the cloud and can be sent to your mobile device via text or email. So if you're at work, you can get a text when someone comes home, things like that. Name, date, time are all captured and included on that text or email. And photos from that panel camera can also be captured when someone accesses settings, so you know if someone's messing with it. And then that panel camera will also record a 4-minute video during an alarm event. So your panel's armed, someone breaks in, or the alarm just starts going off. Now you have a video of what's happening from that panel camera. So that's kind of Awesome. And again, going along with the 5 key fobs with Bluetooth touchless disarming, you're also giving your customers a built-in camera, right? So you can later on and tell your dealer it provides upgrade opportunities. So then we have live view, and that allows you to view your cameras on the 7-inch HD screen. You can see indoor or outdoor cameras as well as your video doorbell. It's the same UI as your mobile app. So whether you're using your phone or the panel, it's all the same. And if your cameras have a speaker and mic, you can get live talk. So I have my kids downstairs, their playroom's downstairs, and I've got a video camera down there. So when it's time for dinner, I just pull up live view and I can talk to them and say, hey, I kind of use it as an intercom system. That's what works for me. You can also use it if you have a camera on your driveway. You can watch the kids playing, keep an eye on them. You can use it as a baby monitor, things like that. And we used software, so we did a software update to turn the panel's microphones into a built-in glass break detector. So when the system's armed away, the microphones are listening for the sound of breaking glass, and it uses a quad-core processor for fast response time. Over-the-air software updates to ensure the glass breakout algorithm is always up to date. So we have programmers that are literally breaking all kinds of glass, dropping keys, having dog barks, so the system can know the difference. And you can turn it on and off remotely from the back end, and it's included in every panel. So that's another built-in device that we have. The panel also can act as a photo frame, so you can customize it using a micro SD card to show customers' favorite pictures and things like that. This is a really powerful one for dealers as well because it provides them an opportunity to use it as a billboard. So if they want to promote upgrades, they can install the panel in someone's home, but then it shows up on the photo frame, you know, ABC Security Company, looking to add more cameras, call us now, refer a friend, all those different things. And that holds up to 20 photos, and it just uses the micro SD card slot on the side, and you can customize it to play automatically after a certain amount of time of an activity. And the user can set that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. And we do have default photos on there. What you see on the screen right there is one of our default photos. And fun fact, the photos that are defaulted on the panel were actually taken by QOLSYS employees. So they aren't stock photos or anything like that. So we actually had our employees submit us a whole bunch of their photos that on their vacations, on their trips, and things like that. And we painstakingly went through and chose our favorites. So it's kind of a fun thing to do. So we also have features that make it perfect for small business and commercial installs. This is a fairly new update. This happened back in April around ISC. So we now support partitions, up to 4 partitions. You can assign your sensors to each partition, give users access to 1 or more, customized by the user. And if you have a location that has a retail store up front, a warehouse, and a money closet in the back, you can set them all up on different partitions so that one is secure while the others are accessible and things like that. And we have screen lock with up to 6-digit codes. So you can lock the panel so that someone can't just come up and start touching it. So if you have it in a public place in your store, you don't have to worry about customers touching it. What's this? You know, and playing with it. 6-digit user codes increase your security, right? So from 4 digits to 6, it's harder to hack. And then we use alarm.com access control. So for things like access cards and things like that, which opens up the door to do really large commercials. And we love working with them. They've got a lot of really cool features on their access control. And then your remote disarm photos using that built-in panel camera we talked about earlier. So you can see when your employees come in, you can see when they clocked in, when they left. So if you want to make sure that your employees are doing what they're supposed to be doing, when they're doing it, you can do that. And you can't use each other's codes or anything like that. So that is small business. Hardwire compatibility. This was probably one of the biggest devices, popular devices at ISC. We have a Hardwire 16F, and it does up to 16 zones. and it converts hardwire zones to S-line encrypted, and you can loop up to 4 together. It does residential fire. It can support up to 10 two-wire smoke detectors, and it's great for new construction, and they can put them in during the build. And you can use existing hardwire zones. So if your dealer does a lot of takeovers, this is a really great solution. The builder enclosure that you see there in the photo, it holds up to 2 hardwire 16 units and batteries. So if they're looping 4 together, you just have 2 of those side by side and you're good to go. This hardwire device has been so popular. We're excited about it. The IQ remote. The remote, we're really excited to update. It has a new wide-angle camera, so it does up to 120 degrees, and it's centered for improved view. So when that camera and different photos and things like that, it works a lot better. It's got an octa-core processor, so it's better and faster in every way than the one before. It's got a better touch screen. We improved the backplate and table stand. We actually took requests from dealers when they had suggestions on our backplate. We took those suggestions and actually implemented them, so that's kind of fun. And every single remote comes with a table stand included as well, so if you want to mount it or table stand it, you have those choices. The Wi-Fi is better on this IQ remote. It is faster, it is more reliable, and it is stronger. It's got a front-facing microphone, so it can hear you better, and diagnostic, so you can make sure that it's got a strong connection before you leave. We'll talk a little bit more about diagnostics. That's a huge one for dealers. Getting it right before you leave, knowing that the remote is paired properly and things like that to prevent go back and money wasted. Other verticals we offer are wellness. We are coming out with a wellness-specific user interface with wellness sensors from alarm.com, things like a bed monitor, chair monitor, fall pendants, and a medicine cabinet, things like that. Fall pendant is brand new, and it detects falls automatically. I've actually tested this. Yes, I fell down multiple times to test it, and it was pretty funny, but it does work quite well when I tested it. You get notifications, so if you've got an elderly parent, you can get notifications and make sure that they're getting up as often as they need to be. They're only getting into their medicine cabinet when they need to, and things like that. Wellcam, powered by alarm.com. This is a new camera by alarm.com that you can see into the home. It looks nice, and you can keep an eye on your loved ones. And then that panel camera peek-in. So use the alarm.com app to check in, make sure everything's okay, and that mom or dad's doing just fine. So we're excited about this. The UI should come out in the next few months, I believe. We should have some sneak peeks coming soon. We do have a builder vertical. I work heavily with the builder vertical. I was working on them before I hopped on this call. It's really a great solution for new builds, and the reason why is because so often builders are trying to offer something better than the community next to them, and you can find it in their smart home devices. They've got this smart lock and these control lights and this garage opener and things like that, but none of it connects. None of it is a flawless, seamless experience. So the great thing about the IQ panel, too, is it really connects everything. And I heard the analogy, and I actually really liked it, where you have your cell phone, and your cell phone stores all of your information. It's taking information from your smartwatch, from your contacts, and everything like that, and it syncs it all together for you. So when I use my phone, it has my life, it has my calendar, it has all my friends on it, and things like that, communication. I have all of that on my phone. If you consider the same application for the home, it's like the IQ Panel 2 is your phone for your house. It houses everything. It takes all the data and all of the things you're trying to do in your home, puts it in one place, and makes it a really seamless experience. So if you want to turn down your lights, one place to go. You want to unlock your door, you can do it all from the panel, and it's all the same. The other great thing for Builder is when you use the smart home path, it's a natural flow into security. So the panel not only does smart home, but it also does security, and we have seen upwards of a 70% take rate of that. So we're seeing massive success. We have basic automation, 36 months, no cost builder plan. You increase usage, hardwire or wireless, doesn't matter. Whatever the builder wants to do, we can have happen. And the best thing about working with builders for the dealers is there's a free model home kit. So we'll give you free equipment when working with the builder and things like that. So the builder program is taking off massively right now. We're so excited for this opportunity for our dealers. Other verticals that we offer and we're getting into is MDU and multifamily dwellings. So you want to leverage things like Live Answer, no more keys. So you don't, every time you get a new renter moving in, you don't have to change keys or anything like that or worry about getting them. Oh my gosh, that would be a nightmare. Unattended access, so remote access for prospective tenants or service pros or both. You get that free built-in camera again to check in and make sure everything's okay. You get your disarm photos. You can have energy savings using smart thermostats, flood detection, and security ready, right? So it's an easy upsell built RMR. So basically everything that your dealers want to do, whatever opportunities they're looking for, we can help. It doesn't matter if they want to do legacy accounts, takeover accounts, new builders, wellness accounts. It doesn't matter. We can help with it. Here's an example of Bluetooth. So you have a mom coming home. She's got a kid in her arm, her purse on her shoulder, groceries in her hand. All that's missing is the dog on her foot for me. She walks up to the house. Bluetooth is disarmed. Her door is going to unlock based on that rule with alarm.com, and in she goes. Seamless, flawless, easy to use. And you can increase user engagement and satisfaction using things like that. It's super easy to do. I feel like this deck is messed up. Panel camera. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. I don't know what is happening. Okay, so we're just going to go more in depth on the panel camera. So panel camera, it does disarm photos, sends them to your phone. It's 5 megapixels. To give you an idea of the increase there, our original IQ panel had a 3 megapixel camera. What you have in your pocket on your cell phone is likely a 7 megapixel, depending which phone you have. So the compatibility is really good. The clarity on those photos are really good. The other thing that you can do is face recognition. So alarm.com opened up the opportunity to say, if I'm constantly using my code, it's Whitney's code, after 10 disarms, it knows my face, it learns my face. And then my friend wants to come over and I give her my code and she gets a disarm photo, now I'm going to get an alert saying someone else used it, unexpected activity, wrong face detected, that's not the right person. So that's kind of a fun perk of the panel camera. And again, you get that alarm video 4 minutes. You, photos are saved on the panel in the cloud, can be sent to you, and all of that. So it's all really flawless, really easy, and it allows for easy upgrades. Live view, again, you can view your indoor and outdoor cameras. It's the same UI as your mobile app, and you can speak through your cameras, depending which cameras you have. Here's an example of that. So you can see your 2 kids playing downstairs. In the playroom, they're not fighting, they're not biting each other. It's kind of a miracle. My kids are always fighting. Then you have Live Answer. So using the alarm.com Skybell doorbell, you can view it from the panel, you can answer it, you can unlock your door if you have a smart door lock and things like that. User interface looks exactly the same on your app as well as on your panel. So when you go from one or the other, it doesn't matter. It works the same. Then you have dual SRS featuring PowerG. So we'll dive a little bit more into PowerG. Every panel comes with a legacy radio. So you've got 319.5, which is our security devices, 345, which is 2 gig, or 433, which is DSC. So no matter what scenario your dealer is walking into, they've got old 433 DSC sensors, they still work. You can use the IQ panel and use the sensors as well. So it allows for easy takeovers, life safety, you save money, and you're able to use all of that. PowerG, on the other hand, has 4 times the range as legacy radio sensors. It offers encryption, which is 2-way encryption, so it requires a password to send the signal and a password to receive the signal. Remote access, auto signal adjust, a 5 to 8 year battery life, and you avoid interference. So your system noise floor is a lot easier to work with using PowerG. And here is a video kind of explaining PowerG. That is kind of PowerG in a nutshell. You're going to increase your range and reduce your battery usage. It's kind of like if you imagine you're in a large college auditorium taking a class. The person in the back of the room will need to yell in order to be heard by the teacher, whereas the person in the front row barely needs to raise their voice. PowerG works just the same. Because they have two-way communication, they can tell how far away they are from the panel, and they learn how far away they are from the panel, so they can yell when they need to and only whisper if they're close. So it saves battery life, it reduces RF noise. So it's really, really smart. And here's another video about PowerG for you. All of these videos are accessible not only to you guys, but to the dealers as well. And we offer custom branding on these videos. So if they want to do a social post or something like that, we can brand it for them. So hopefully that clarifies it a little bit for you. So their dealer logo could appear here instead of the QOLSYS logo if they so choose, and that's free. We offer that to every dealer. Your panel glass break detector comes built in. Again, it uses those microphones, and you can turn it on or off remotely from the back end. It's included in every panel. It's updated through software updates and things like that. Your photo frame, you can do whatever you want with this. If the dealer wants to give it to their customer as a digital photo frame, so they can put family photos on there, they can. If they want to run it as a billboard, there's another idea. If you're doing it in a builder home, we suggest saying things like, call us now, free upgrade, refer a friend, want cameras, things like that. That way you're kind of running the ads for free. And in a business scenario, you can put announcements like company barbecue, things like that. And you can also do that for MDU as well. You want community announcements and things. Software updates are huge because, remember, it's a tablet. So the software is always changing and always improving, just like your phone runs software updates periodically as well. So all of our development teams constantly work to improve the software to meet consumer expectations. So you improve your usage, decrease support needs, and build value. So they're available every few months, 2 to 3 times a year, depending, and often based on dealer and customer feedback. Our latest software update to 2.3 included partitions for small business and commercial names, new PowerG device support, peek in now or peek in next motion for that built-in panel camera, disarm photos after remote disarm, things like that. Dealer branding, so running it as an in-home billboard, and the dealers can load their logo via SD card there where that QOLSYS logo is in the upper right-hand corner. We also improved sensor signal strength, now viewable remotely on alarm.com toolkit, IQ remote connection testing, and local automation for vacant or non-activated homes in the builder category. So software updates are very, very powerful. Your dealers do not need to run technicians to do those. Your dealers have the opportunity to do a price increase for it. So if they had someone that wanted to upgrade the panel to be a commercial panel, it's, you know, $2 more a month, and we can unlock partitions, commercial names, PowerG support device, and things like that. So you do have a lot of flexibility that your dealers can have. And let's see. So partitions are a great way to segment user access. So retail employees have access to partitions 1 and 3. They can access the store, go back to the warehouse, and things like that. Where employees and maintenance people have access to number 1, the retail shop, to help stock shelves, and the warehouse and utility rooms and things like that. It's completely customizable and up to your dealers. You can control whatever you'd like. So your dealers really have the opportunity to make the panel exactly what they need in every scenario, not just for their business, but for their customer as well to get the sale. In PowerG, you can secure large facility and complex structures. So actually, this is a real life scenario that we've installed. It's a case study for an elementary school. A dealer in Canada installed the IQ panel and PowerG sensors in elementary school. In his words, he says, I budgeted 3 days of labor but got the entire job done in 10 hours, and that included customer training. My guys stayed safer because they were not on ladders or scissor lifts. My customers are happier because it's a modern, exciting touchscreen and the job costs less than they budgeted. I've been swamped with referrals ever since. We have another case study where PowerG sensors were used to secure the USS Midway, which was an aircraft carrier that was turned into a museum. So you've got steel bulkheads, massive size, and wireless interference. It's the most challenging installation for any security company, but PowerG did it flawlessly. So that's just one of the reasons why we are such big supporters of PowerG. You have 3 choices with the IQ Panel 2 Plus, all with PowerG. You can choose from the gold box, which is PowerG plus 319.5 megahertz. So it works with the Security S-Line devices or GE Interlogic wireless sensors and the Hardwire 16 to Fire takeover device. Your silver box will give you PowerG with 345, which will work with Honeywell and 2 gig wireless sensors. And the red box is PowerG 433, which works with your DSP wireless sensor. We wanted to make this option very easy to understand and easy to see. So as you go through your inventory and you have a dealer that throws you a scenario that's an old Honeywell takeover, you know exactly where to go because it's color-coded. We tried to make it visual, simplistic, because there are so many SKUs, and every single one of those flavors, we'll call them, so your 319, 433, 345, will come with Verizon, AT&T, or TELUS SKUs as well. So we kind of have a little bit of everything. Diagnostics. This one's going to be huge for your dealers. So one of the challenges of going into a home and attempting to reuse existing sensors and knowing whether or not they can operate properly, right? So until now, it's always been kind of a guessing game. When a sensor can't connect to the panel, the installer would always throw in repeaters, which are not terribly cost effective if they're not needed, until the problem kind of just seems to go away. So it's often involved with multiple go backs and truck rolls to the home after frustrated customers call and say, my sensors aren't working. So you have upset customers, exhausted technicians, and you have a money loss because of all the go backs and time you invested into trying to figure out what's going on. But we have fixed this confusing experience with the on-screen sensor diagnostic tool. And it allows you to see sensor communication in relation to the other wireless interference in the home. So the dotted line at the top of the screen there, that's every open and close event for a guest room window. The further you are from the yellow line on the bottom, the stronger the signal is, and the more confident you can be that the sensor will not have issues when you leave. We have a similar tool for Z-Wave diagnostics. Here's what it looks like. And it shows you the exact pathway used by a device and its relative signal strength. So no more throw in a lamp module or something like that and see if it fixes it. Now you can get it right before you leave. You can also choose the path your Z-Wave device takes. So if you see one that's kind of zigzagging all over the place, but you see a more simplistic path, You can choose it, and you can strengthen the network by placing things strategically instead of guesswork. So there's 3 types of customers that our dealers kind of encounter. So when you have a dealer that walks in, first question that we like to ask is, what is your demographic? Who are you selling to? And what does your business look like, right? Are you a small mom pop size dealer with less than 25 installs a month and an existing base between 300 to 1,000? Are you a medium dealer? Are you a regional giant, so 200 to 1,000 installs per month? Or are you a large dealer, 1,000 to 5,000 per month? And you guys will probably know your dealers pretty well because you see them pretty often. So it's good to know where they come from, because that would mean that you know how to strategize the IQ panel. So you just need to remember a few things. Looks matter. It's a hands-free experience. User experience matters. Cost savings to reduce truck rolls. Your free camera and range matters. And here we will end with
technology in our home is constantly evolving, keeping us more connected than ever before, and enriching our lives with information, safety, and convenience. This is the IQ panel. The IQ panel opens up an entire world of possibility with smart, secure devices that work together in an ecosystem to provide intelligent notifications, enable voice control, allow access from anywhere on any platform, and enable exciting new features to enhance and enrich your life. Behind this elegant, intuitive touchscreen is a rock concert of wireless technology, all working together to connect you to the cloud and keep your home safe, energy efficient, and accessible. Security and life safety sensors are installed discreetly throughout your home, informing you as people come and go, letting you know when doors are left open so the thermostat can automatically adjust itself to save energy, and protecting you against dangers like fire, floods, carbon monoxide, and intrusion. These sensors utilize PowerG, the latest in encrypted wireless technology with 4 times the range of legacy wireless sensors and powerful two-way encryption that automatically detects interference and adjusts to ensure you have the best signal with the longest battery life. If you already have a few security and safety devices installed in your home, the IQ panel can communicate with them without the need for extra devices like translators. Z-Wave technology connects smart home devices like door locks, garage openers, smart lighting, and thermostats to your system, making your life easier as you enter a room, eliminating keys, and saving energy when you're not there, and making sure you never leave the garage open. Your home knows when you've left with powerful geo services that detect your location and checks to make sure your doors are locked, your garage is closed, your security system is armed, and your home isn't wasting energy. And with Bluetooth touchless disarming, your IQ panel knows when you've returned, automatically disarming your system, unlocking your door, and turning on the lights to greet you. With live view, high-resolution cameras placed inside and outside are easily accessed from your mobile app or from the panel's 7-inch HD screen. And with Live Answer, you can answer the door safely, ensuring you never miss a package.
Hey, I got some cookies and wanted to bring them by. Perfect, I'll let you in.
Powerful LTE and Wi-Fi dual-path connectivity keeps you connected around the clock with lightning-fast response time and intelligent redundancy to ensure your signals always go through. Software updates are delivered on a regular basis, enabling new and exciting features and adding compatibility for devices as they enter the market. Unlock the true potential of Amazon Echo or Google Home.
Alexa, turn on the kitchen lights.
With more than just shopping reminders or oven timers.
Alexa, turn the fireplace on.
But use voice to control the myriad of devices installed throughout your home.
Alexa, tell alarm.com to arm the security system.
Okay, arming your security system.
The connected smart home isn't a fantasy, it's a reality. And with the QOLSYS IQ panel, you own the future.
So that is the IQ panel. So do we have any questions?
Well, Whitney, my touch is here. Oh, go ahead, Kim.
Okay, I was just going to say that someone asked a couple of questions that are on the side. I'm not sure if you can see it. One was, any other doorbells and Skybell work with it? That was the first one.
Unfortunately not. Right now we are only compatible with the Alarm.com Skybell.
All right, and the second question was, can you pick which camera you want to view from the touchscreen? And will it stay working and viewable for extended periods of time without turning off?
Yes. So I've watched mine for, I think I've watched mine personally for 15 minutes before I clicked off, but I'm not aware of any time frames or anything like that. So if you leave it on, it'll keep playing. And yes, you can choose which camera if you have multiple and things like that. You just scroll vertically and you can pick your camera that way.
Okay. And if any of the attendees have any other questions, feel free to just enter them into the chat so we can see them.
Yes, and you guys are always free to reach out to me. My name is Whitney White. My email is just whitney.white, like the color, @QOLSYS.com, and I am more than happy to help in any way that I can.
Excellent, Whitney. Thanks so much. You've covered an awful lot of information. That panel just keeps getting better and better, and it just fits into someone's lifestyle with all those capabilities and different things it allows the end user to do. Just is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Now, one question I know is out there, I don't know if it'll be answered or not, is on the remote keypad.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was supposed to be a software upgrade for the video side. Does that remote keypad accept a video from a separate camera now? I know it didn't previously, but it was supposedly going to be in the latest software upgrade. Do you know if that's happened?
I don't think so, but we are running a software update here just, I think, in the next week or so. So stay tuned. I'm not sure if that's included or not. I wish I knew more.
All right, good. So anybody else?
When we do that, you will get an email and you'll see campaigns and things like that. So stay tuned. Sorry.
Excellent. Anybody else have any other additional questions? I don't know if you want to try to unmute them, Kim. There's an awful lot of people. It could be a little bit of too much feedback.
Let's see. It might be too much feedback. It's probably better if they have questions to put them into the chat.
And has anybody done that?
There's one. Yep, there's one. How does Alexa integrate into the system?
So Alexa, you actually do through Alarm.com. So you add the Alarm.com skill on your Alexa app, and then you can say things like, Alexa, turn down my front door light or something like that, whatever you have it learned in us. Actually, when that video was playing, I have Alexa on my desk and it went off during that part. But yeah, so you just add the skill, the Alarm.com skill, and you should be good to go from there. And we also have integration for Google Home and things like that as well.
Anyone else?
And I think we're good.
Yep. I think we're good. I just wanted to, again, thank everybody for taking the time out. I know you're all very, very busy, but I'm glad you were able to spend this past hour with us and get some updates on that QOLSYS panel, and hopefully you'll find some benefits and some uses to help you grow your business. A couple of other brief things that I wanted to touch base. Is there a way that you can hand me the ball, Kim?
Yeah, we do have one more question. I think, Omar, okay. What is your question? Go ahead and type that question in, and we'll see if we can get that answered. I'll give him 1 second, but I will pass you the ball in the meantime. Can we use Honeywell sensors? Okay. Can we use Honeywell sensors and PowerG at the same time?
Yes. So you would use your silver box for that. So you'd get the IQ Panel 2 Plus with 345 frequency, and that will come with PowerG as well. So you can use that there. Okay, perfect.
So
and also,
go ahead, Kim.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, someone asked about will the presentation be available for viewing later. Yes, it's always available at www.dynamarkmonitoring.com and also on our YouTube channel as well.
Excellent. So, Whitney, quick question. If it's available and will work with 345 and the Power G. The other kits would be available. Interlogics would also work with the Power G, et cetera.
Right, exactly. So we wanted to create a panel that literally the dealers would only need to keep one protocol in stock and be able to use it in any scenario. So when they're installing a Honeywell takeover, it's the exact same process as installing a QOLSYS new install. That way they didn't have to know all the ins and outs of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No, that makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you.
And we got one more question. What is the distance on the Bluetooth?
The distance on the Bluetooth is about 60 feet. The installers can change it, but the end users cannot. So if they're in an MDU scenario and they don't want it to unlock that far out, they can adjust it to, I think, up to 20 feet. And the Bluetooth touchless disarming only works in arm away, not arm stay, because the phone would then be home. So it would disarm automatically. I think I see a question on whether or not diagnostics are included, and yes, diagnostics are just part of the installer settings.
Anybody else? Anything else out there, Kim?
I think that's it so far. Yep.
All right. Well, we're getting close to using the whole hour here, so I just want to take a couple of minutes and just update a couple of things that we're doing on our end that might pique some interest out there. So, Kim, if you could just quickly give me the ball, which looks like you have.
I have
already.
passed you the ball, Mike. You got it.
Looks like it.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Is my screen visible?
It is.
Okay. So we've touched on this briefly before, but I just want to let everyone know because we've been getting a tremendous response about our new account support services for our billing and collections. That's a very simple process. You just give us the information, and most often we're able to do it a lot cheaper than you can do it in-house. So if there's any questions that you have regarding that, you can reach out to any one of the three regionals, or Kim, myself, Hank, or Rich, and we would be happy to go through all that information and bring you up to date. Again, the pricing is very reasonable. It's for billing, it's just $1.50 per account with a minimum of $99 required. So it's reasonably priced. They're professionals. They do it all day long. So the bills get out on time. You get your money on time. What could be better than that? And the last thing I briefly want to touch on, because we're going to have a webinar on this coming up very shortly, is the M2M devices. Just to let you know that they have just released two new devices. One is the standard Berg device, which is LTE approved for use residentially, and that will now work on both Verizon as well as AT&T. There's two devices. One that is a dual Verizon and AT&T. It picks the best channel, and the other one is the original AT&T version only. The difference is with Verizon, it increases the monthly to just $6.50, so it's still very reasonably priced. The other device is a UL commercial fire communicator. So that'll do either single or dual line, as well as has an IP connection on it, so you can do it that as a backup as well. It will need to be mounted in a UL enclosure, but the device is very, very reasonably priced, and the monthly is only $11.50 total for single line, $13.50 for dual. So again, upcoming in the next month or so, we're going to be having a webinar with the M2M people to go over in specific detail all the capabilities and benefits of utilizing the M2M device. That's all I have. Again, any other questions? Kim, I'll turn it back over to you to wrap it up.
Okay, if we have any other questions, now's your chance. Otherwise, we want to thank everyone for joining us. As always, we appreciate. We know it's you guys are busy out there. Next month, we do have Hillcrest Davidson. Mike Harrison is going to be speaking about alarm dealer collection needs to get you guys learning how to make that money flow through the door and get that accounts receivable. So that'll be coming up Thursday, September 19th. Otherwise, thanks everyone for joining us, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Whitney. Thanks. Appreciate it.